For the past couple of weeks I've been trying to get nice clear images of the surface of a bubble. I've looked around, watched a few YouTube videos, and this is what my version of it is. It's a fairly simple setup. I'm using a constant light source here. In this case I've got my Adaptalux with two white arms on it. It's a piece of white card at the top. The background I'll be shooting against is black, that's important. The surface of the bubble, what is white, will show up. The bubble itself will be held on this. It's a piece of wire I've got three wrapped round, with then I have wool wrapped around it. 20 strands of wool wrapped around multiple times. This helps retain the bubble mixture. The bubble mixture itself, I'm using just plain washing up liquid, about 50-50 mix of bubble liquid, or washing up liquid, and water. I've also added a good helping of glycerine cake mix. That helps to hold the bubble surface together longer. The cool of the room as well, that's important. If you've got a hot room, the evaporation will of course make the bubble burst quicker. The idea is get a nice mix of, or a nice soaking, I should say, of the wool in the bubble mixture. I'll clip it onto the arms here. It's held in place. The reflection of the white card against the black background, you'll see the multicoloured effect from the bubbles. What I'll be using for this is my Canon 7D. I've got a 50mm lens on it with an extension tube. See if I can get a quick demonstration of this to work. You can see the white surface reflecting with the light onto the bubble, and it's starting to form. A good thing to have handy is a cloth or a spare towel. Your fingers are going to get covered in bubble mixture pretty quick, and if you're not careful you'll also get it on the lens. What you can do to get more effect of more patterns in the bubble, just gently blow over it. Swirls them around quite nicely. Just make sure you've got your ring over the plate I've got. It drips and it collects it again so you can reuse it. Camera settings, around a 5.6 or an f6.3 is good for this. You need a shutter speed of about 100th of a second or a bit faster in order to get nice clear images. Right, it's pretty simple. Clip it on. Quickly wipe my left hand. The closer you get, you want to be careful of not getting into the shadow of the light. I did find that a lot, and you might want more extension tubes to get closer. How I made my soap ring eventually. I tried a few experiments. I used sandwich bag ties to begin with, but only laid one layer of wire around. It's too flimsy on its own. 3 or 4 lengths, if you've got them, might make it nice and firm and sturdy. 1 layer of wool wrapped around the outside is not enough. It doesn't hold the bubble mix for long enough. Eventually I found some electrical wire, literally wrapped it around my hand 3 times, leaving nice length on the end of each end to create the little handle I made. Then I wrapped each end around, leaving a nice bit on, like that. I found one piece of wire wrapped around with that, I think like there's a dozen layers of wool. It just was too flimsy. It just bounces everywhere. What you need is the two grips on the end there. When you make your ring, if you leave them both untied to begin with, just take your wool. This is what I used, just standard wool, bought it from a superstore. It's about £1.50. I found this screwdriver, bottom of the drawer. I put 20 lengths, about 4 to 5 foot long on it. So tied it off on the end there, passed it through once, twisting around, so I've got like a nice rope effect. Every pass of that is 20 times, makes it a lot quicker than going through once at a time. It also gives you a nice firm base to work from, and that works pretty well.